All right, back again. Now today I is the start of something new for me. I realized something in my strategy which I've been relatively successful, but somehow my strategy shifted, and that's why I think I hit a little bit of a lull. But I'm back now, and the main part of my strategy that I shifted from doing, I made this indicator which is based on PD arrays, and it shows the disrespect target and then a respect target, and it's based on fair value gaps, swing highs and lows, and then order blocks. It's like the core bit of it. So what I had done is at some point, because I just had started the strategy, and then I went on a cruise, and then when I came back, I guess I just didn't remember what I had figured out the time before. Because I made this indicator with AI based on Arjo's PD array strategy, and so like right now I'd buy this because, and I'd sell up before 403 because I inverted this fair value gap. We got this entire range here. It's already traveled through here. It's making upward momentum, and I'm just waiting for it to cross over to the take profit, and then I could get out of it. So it's kind of like my style had been going. However, I'm being mindful of this range here, and I'm gonna check the 1 minute. I usually trade off the 1 minute. We could make a break and retest off of this. So I might want to get out of here, depending on. That is a real thing too. Break and retest is real. So that midline is actually my disrespect. I do want to get out of this. Just put this up here, just in case it wants to disrespect it. I want to try to get maybe at least some. But I want to do. Okay, so I got in a little early. I did not consider the midline there. Hopefully it'll wick up and take that. We still want to see if we're going to respect this midline as a opening range break and retest. On the 5 minute, we still have room to go up. So hopefully this is not a big ask to just get this little bit of 1/75th of a point. And so anyways, this range here is the critical range. I could consider re-entering and doing my double down at the bottom of this range. Looks like we'll take it. Okay, so we got 27 bucks. Okay, so we're going to pay attention to this range here as well, but I got to look at all my time frames and get a bias for the day. And so the strategy is still the same, which is just 1 or 2 points potentially, but being mindful of this respect and disrespect range. So right now with this 4 hour, we've already traveled this whole range. We've taken out these highs there. On the 1 minute we are trending down, so we could take a little bit of a down trade here because we've kind of wicked to about 60% of it, but this is a reasonable range to take here. We can look at this surge. So I'm still using the rest of my indicators, but with the foundation of it being this respect and disrespect range. So I wouldn't be surprised based on the order flow here that or the market structure here, that the price goes up and disrespects that range. We've gotten some bullish momentum there. However, the 1 minute is there. I want to pay attention to this to see if it disrespect. I might take another one here, just a point. I'm just trying to get a little bit of the 1 minute still. Okay, we got some. Okay, we got some volume stepping in here. My disrespect range went up a little bit. We want to see on the right. Yes, okay. And then I can consider getting out if it doesn't go the way I want, or I could, if the range looks good, like this is still an entry to the downside. This is on the 1 minute, that still looks pretty good for an entry to the downside. Now we have not closed above the midline yet, so we still could reject and go down off this midline. So we're still looking at sells potentially here. Well, I'm in a sell, so I have enough signals here to get me in the sell trade, and we just want to see how it shapes up here. If it keeps disrespecting this range, then I need to consider getting out, and that's my exit. I think that's really what has been throwing me off, is not having this disrespect as my exit strategy. All right, we've got a little bit of a rambunctious move up here. We've closed above this midline. We could look at this 5 minute to see what it wants to do. Still looking at it maybe to come down. Still got 2.5 minutes here. We got this fair value gap moving up on the 5 minute, so that's like a signal up, but it could come down 397 and take this before it goes up potentially. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. On the 5 minute, we want to go up, and this is our entry mark. So wouldn't be surprising if it went up. With the 1 minute here, okay, now we're going to get out maybe. Okay, we're out. We got that. Okay, perfect. So we disrespected this now. Now our respect is going up. However, we're kind of in a break and retest mode right now. So now it's saying we're going up. We got the 1 minute and the 5 minute with upward direction here. I could double down. We could have a break and retest as well. Still, we did have some momentum up, but what I'm looking for is just get into profit and get out. Get in, get out. I could double down here potentially. I'm gonna take my take profit up here just because I want to get out as soon as possible. I already had an opportunity to get out, but price is moving fairly quickly. Thank you. Thanks, baby. So we just want to get out. Signals. Okay, we made this fair value gap. So, okay, I want to get out. I'm out. We're at 131. And then we want to get in on the bottom end of this range. Before, I'd be selling here. And I was not really paying attention to what I had figured out with this range here. And if I look on all the time frames, I can start to get a picture. Okay, first of all, we have a big wick there on these. This is our disrespect. Even if we're going down, I want to take the entry only at the bottom of this range. So everything's looking to be up. Whereas I would be just taking momentum down. I'd see fair value gaps, I'm going down. But I want to look at fair value gaps as something as support and a target, but then taking consideration the overall range. So the 30 minutes got the entry off this fair value gap. We've had a bit of a push down here, but we want to see where the range is. a lot of my signals are looking down, so this is kind of almost a classic break and retest. But so I'm looking, I'm seeing, I'm out. So I got a little bit there, and I'm gonna wait for it to go back down off of this range. Now on the 15, we have a lot of room here to go up. And let me see if it kind of correlates with all my time frames. We just wicked up there. We could take price up to the midline again. We do have, it is kind of a break and retest. We did invert this. I consider re-entering again, but I'm just looking to get just a little bit here. Hopefully it'll go up again. You could potentially double down as well, and then just try to get up above price. Because there is a push up, even though it might be in a downtrend. I would like to see more congruence with, okay, I tried to get out, but it didn't get out. I'm out. So I would love to see more congruence with this. Okay, now my 1 hour says it's going up, so I don't mind going up at this point. I'm going to wait for it to pull back a little bit in this range. It still could reject off of this. Let's see how strong my 1 hour looks. It's kind of an indecision candle, so I think overall just gave me a little more structure to what I'm trying to do. Whereas before, when I was just going off pure momentum and fair value gaps, it wasn't, I was kind of on the too overextended on the other end of it. Like I would have taken a trade with that big push down, I would have taken it going down because it was really moving down. But now, even though it might seem like it's going down, I want to follow the market structure and then have the disrespect as my out getting, what is that? Strategy to get out, exit strategy. Now in the 4 minute, we've already covered all this ground. So we've taken some liquidity on the 45. We are kind of teeter-tottering to see what direction this 1 hour push goes, because I did feel like there is a correlation to what price does based on what the 1 hour candle momentum is doing. So, before I was like before I left for that cruise, I passed 2 evals, both like basically a day, and the thing just seemed to be clicking. When I got back, I was like, it was still kind of working because I was still just getting these 1 or 2 point moves, but I would get on the other end of it far more often. I was doing this double down thing where I wait for it to go all the way up and back down. Now I have a clear exit strategy, so I'm going to wait for another little push up. It's going to create a fair value gap. It's also going to create a new target for my move up, and then if I'm on the bottom end of it, okay, here, I don't necessarily want to enter here because I'm kind of overextended on the range. I want to wait for it to pull back at least below the 50% line, I think. That's on the 30 minute, but we could look for smaller moves on other lower time frames. So I'm on the bottom of here. I can see it going up a little bit. We're gonna make a fair value gap. We have a good bit in our range. We could just get out here. I'm out. I didn't get as much as I hoped, but that's okay. I'm not losing. Got 162 right now. 100% win of my trades. I want to see it come down a little bit, maybe. Let me see my other time frames. We had this push. We're above now the midline of this opening range, and but I want to see more. I want to see a little bit more, a better bang for your buck as far as the range goes. We're kind of at the top of the ranges at all this. Even though we're in an uptrend, our draws on liquidity are these fair value gaps, the swing highs and lows, and the order blocks. So if they're just right there, then we've already, the odds of it going there are pretty good, but we're already there. So you know, I want to look for a nice stretch, trending in the direction we're going. We're already overextended there. We've already had a big move up. I just want to check all the time frames. See, I'd be taking this, but then at some point, it's probably gonna. So like on the 45, I could see it going down. We're at a good range. At some point, it's probably gonna go down. So I like that. We've already got up and took these highs. The only thing I wonder is people don't really look at the 45 that much. People don't really look at the 45-minute time frame, so I don't think people are really taking trades off of the 45 that much. But I'm just going to wait for it to try to pull back a little bit, hopefully. And I might double down, or I might get out. And I'm going to have my finger on the button here just to get out of a trade once it takes a little bit of profit. Even though it's kind of going up, I'm taking a sell trade. Now, it could be a little bit of a gamble, but I see some indications that price is going to come down at least a little bit. So on the 45, we're coming down. I probably should wait for it to see a candle like a down. Maybe that's my other confluence I should add to this. To see a downward candle before I go against where the trend is going. So if it disrespects this, then I'm going to get out of the trade. But let me see what my other time frames are doing. We're still in a strongish push up to this recently made high here. Let me see where. Okay, we're at the respect range here. We've already been up there. We could come down because of this high as a pullback if it wants to kind of reject off of it. I do need to look at the fair value gaps though, as far as like support and resistance. I could also look at getting out if it comes down and then gets close. I could consider getting out at a little bit of a discount and at a loss. But I think I'm going to see how this plays out. We got a lot of range here for the disrespect. We're still going up, but we're wicking down here, so that's what we want to see. Let's see, there's a 1 minute fair value up down here on 4. I see that 405, so I'm at 404. Just kind of wanting to go back up now. We'll see. You see here, this is at the 1 minute. We're right at the bottom of the range. We still have room to come down. We're kind of at 50% here. Could go either way at this point, I think. I want to see it come down just enough to take a little bit of. You do kind of. That's the other thing I think I was doing, was looking at all the time frames to see if they're all in congruence and they're all aligning to go the same direction. If they all go the same direction, then I think it would be, okay, we're getting close here. I just want to take a little bit. I want to get into profit here. May go back up now. Okay. We're kind of teetering a little bit too much now. Like, this is also a sign that maybe you should get out, because we're just testing this zone too much and we're getting rejected. Is it likely to come down after that? Maybe not. You know, the more it pulls back and doesn't come down, then the less likelihood it is to go down. So, but I'm still hanging in there. This wasn't a great one, to be honest, but I think I could get a little bit of profit. It may be wanting to go. Okay, we're starting to move back up. The 1 minute's pushing down. Hopefully it'll just go down a little bit more. We're still in profit. I want to see it go down. Maybe I'll even move this up a little bit. Doesn't want to go up either. It's getting pushed down. We got 3 candles down. Get a full point, hopefully. We want to see another. Okay, we gapped up. This could be a signal to get out. We haven't got to the respect line. That would be a point to get out. Would be if it went to the respect line. Or basically, I'm on that 45 minute actually. Okay, we're starting to get on the other end of it, so I need to consider getting out. We do got this one. I see we're at the disrespect range here. Might be getting out. We just tapped that line. We just tapped that recent high we made. Let's see what we're gonna do on this recent high. Okay. Kind of maybe coming down. We've created a fair value gap down there. That is a reason to get out. But it is on the 1 minute. Let's see where our 5 minute is. We're 5 minutes down here, so this could be a target as well. And disrespect is down there. We've already taken out we've already taken out the recently made New York there, or London. So it could come down. What's 45 doing? 45's coming down. Okay, we're gonna go down. Looks like we don't equal low here. Finger on the button. We're getting into profit now. Made it equal low. Looks like we want to keep moving down. We got 47 seconds left on this candle. I want to see it. There we go. We got it. Okay, we're at 202. Now let me be a little bit more careful here on this. So daily, we got this range here. Daily, okay, we got our disrespect way down here, so we could see it going up, but we want to see it come down first. Four-hour. Probably going to see it go up. We're still going up. That's our kind of bias. Want to see a bit of a pullback. We want to come down a little bit more before entering the long. We had our push up again. We're having upward, basically a lot of bullish signals, so do want to come at a little bit more of a discount before we enter. Like this is at the top of the range. Till it makes a new range, we want to try to get at the bottom of this. Now this one's still wanting us to come down on the 45, but it's kind of at odds with most of our time frames. So I do think I want to take a buy trade, but I gotta see it come down first. We're at the top of the range in a lot of these time frames. We did have a break of structure. We do have this volume push, and on 1 hour is that first one, but when you make the first one and you got 3 minutes, it's probably going to come down first. Once you make the 1 hour, we could look for re-entries at 7399. We could have taken a little bit of a micro trade there. So we want to catch trades on the discount side of the range. So, and this pink line is disrespect. We kind of want to see it going up in an uptrend and get it at the bottom of this range to kind of just get a point or two, because the likelihood of it coming down here and then going up just a point is pretty good. Good odds. Before, what I had forgotten when I was somewhere along the way when I was kind of developing this strategy was I ended up taking trades at the tops up here. I saw this big move. I said, well, it's going to most likely go up, so take it here. And then I get in these long ranges, sometimes it'll dip down quite a bit, and then I'll be on the other end of it for a long time, and I double down to try to get in back into profit. But so when it doesn't work, you lose big. So that's where I'm going to use these disrespect and respect as my ranges to have my entries. So I don't want to see an entry until I come down here. We've already tested this. We got the 1 minute about to close out in a minute 15. It's going to form a new 1 hour. We could see that one start to turn into a bearish push with more momentum than this previous one. So that's just what I want to wait and see a little bit here, what this 1 hour is going to do. But so far, off to a good start today. I was hoping I'd pass this, but we're at this high here. We took out highs. I'm not sure what price really wants to do. Okay, 40 more seconds until. Also, I forgot. Let's use this. Turn off food. This is my aggression burst. Okay, we got 21 seconds. We've come to the top of this range. We want to see if it once it crosses that range, what's the new top of the range going to be? Well, since it's probably all-time highs, then there is no top. So that makes it a little challenging. We see a lot of buys in here right now. We've created this new 1 hour candle. We do have a 1 hour fair value gap so far. We're kind of wicking around a little bit. That we're at the bottom of the range, disrespected it. Bottom of the range is now down here on the 1 hour. So we are starting to come down. By 45 is going up, but the bottom of the range is down there. we're getting some buys coming in here. See, before the last few weeks, I've been just using fair value gaps as like support, resistance, or whatever, but it hadn't been working. Not as good as it was before I went on this cruise. So, all right. So now we have. I could take maybe a trade here. We have our bottom of the range there, and then the top of the range is at the top of these wicks. So I think we could come up into profit. We could consider re-entering. We are in a down candle, but we just need to get a little bit of profit and be out. I'm okay here because we are in an uptrend. You know, you do kind of expect it to go up, and we see some aggressive buys stepping in here. But we are at the top of this formation here, so it could fall a long way before it goes down. All right, we're getting into profit. I'm going to see in the 20s. I'm out. Okay, got about 47, got 50 bucks on that one. Okay, so things are starting to shape up a little bit. See, I don't care about getting out, because the further you go up, the further it's getting out of the range we want to buy at the discount here. So we do have quite a bit of buys going in here. We got the aggressive buy burst there. We kind of look like we're, I don't know. We'll see if we make a new high here. Need to be down here for entries. I think before, would I have taken a trade here? I'm not sure. We are kind of going up, but I would like to see a fair value gap, maybe another fair value gap being made. You see it's kind of starting to disrespect this fair value gap and moving towards the order block. So this is the order block here that it's respecting there. So I want to see it come down first before going back up. We are in a 1 hour candle still, but we're teeter-tottering. We have like, I guess a higher, yeah, higher high there. So I think we should just wait a little bit, play it safe. That's the other thing too. Before I realized I had been making a mistake in my overall strategy, I probably would have been taking a trade here, and it would have probably reversed. But I need to see more of a discount entry. So on the 1 hour, I'm taking off one. I need to see it down here somewhere below 50%, maybe at this kind of 3/4, 2/3 range or whatever, and then taking it at a discount. And on all the time frames, if I could see basically on the 90, it's way down here. I could see that across a bunch of time frames, then it gives you more confluence that things will move in that direction. See this? Okay, so now my 45 is down here. It was a target before, now it's become a disrespect. So a lot of the time, I think all the time frames now are saying it's going to go up, but I still want to get it in on a discount. So 7409. Before I got another entry on 30 minute, I need to see it come down there. We've taken out all of our highs there. Is it all-time highs? Yeah. So we're at all-time highs. I believe, right? Yeah. We have all this liquidity down here though. Let's see if we went to the weekly. I think we're still considered an uptrend, but look how far we could come down. 7083. So we're at the top of the range on a lot of this. So the weekly, the daily could come down 7039, 7345. So I'd like to see it come down here on the daily, 7340. Maybe I should put some markers. Maybe a line. That could be entry there. $409. I'm not really used to this trade debate. Okay, so 4 hours actually. We're at 409. Let's just keep marking out levels. We're waiting to see what we want to do. Okay, 409 still there. Okay, 387. On 1 hour's here. The higher time frames have more weight when it comes to your fair value gaps or any PD array, pivot highs, pivot lows. Those have more liquidity there, so those are important. That's why I'm marking those out. 7372. Okay, no. So it looks like these are kind of our main levels. So we could potentially take a trade off of here. I'm gonna buy. We could disrespect here, but we're just hoping it goes up and gets a little bit of money there. Just a couple points. We did make a fair value gap here on the 1 minute. We'll see if it wants to go up. You just want to take a little bit of profit, in and out. I'm out. Okay, it's got a little bit. We could take it again. That's the thing. We could take it again if it goes back down. Okay, what's this? 405. Another. Our EMA is in an uptrend. I'm a little nervous about it wanting to go down. I'm going to take another one, just a quick one, hopefully. There's no fair value gap holding it down up there. Oh, hell, wasn't a good one. Only got like, with the fee and everything, only got a couple bucks there, so. Okay, the 1 hour's still kind of an indecision. Okay. 273. I probably would have been making more initially the other way, but I think it sets me up for a big loss when I was doing the way I was doing it before. And buying again. Now here, I don't think I mind buying in again, actually. I might do a double down. Damn it, missed it again. That's why I need to make sure I need to let my let it hit my take profit. Okay, I think I might buy it again here. Try to let it hit. I want to try to let it hit. Let's kind of push it down a little bit. Okay, I just got 25 or whatever it was. So as long as I'm entering in at this kind of discount of the range, where everything's in an uptrend, everything's looking up. So as long as I'm entering in on the bottom of the range, then I could just take 1 or 2 points as it kind of ranges around. This is 413 is bottom of a range here. So now we're getting a little too high in this range. Now we are all-time highs, so there's nothing to go off up above, which that makes it a little more challenging. And so you do got to be careful. You could just have a total reversal, and that's where I want to see if I'm disrespecting fair value gaps, then we could be in a downtrend. I could potentially re-enter here. I'm gonna re-enter here. If it starts to disrespect this though, I need to get out. Finger on the button. We're trying to invert that fair value gap there. I might double down if it comes down to the other lower range. It's disrespecting that. Okay. We're seeing this is a little risky. I'm agree. This is a little risky here. I've doubled down. I just want it to come up a little bit. Okay, I'm out. That's 67 bucks. I doubled down, which is a little risky because I'm 20 contracts, but just based on market structure, it was a good buy. So I want to try to just respect that and have that as the core of my strategy. Down here. We are kind of rounding the top of this EMA, which makes you wonder if we're going to come down. So let me know in the chat if this is making any sense, what you're seeing, if you have any questions. I've just kind of been taking 1 or 2 points as it ranges around this top of the all-time high here. We did have a breaker structure to the upside, which obviously shows upward momentum. These are my disrespect lines. If price goes below here, then we've disrespected it, and then it will default to the lower price there. Basically 15 for 15 today because I'm just focusing on 1 or 2 points. The likelihood of it taking 1 or 2 points is better than trying to go for 20 points or 30 points. So as long as I can manage my my exits well, then it should be profitable. So right now today, at the top of the range, it went 17 points. Let me see where I'm at. So I've had 300 divided by 15 times 5 is 100. So I've only had 5 points today. So I'm underperforming the market, but I'm just trying to be careful because I'm really trying to stick to this strategy and not be too risky. Because it is ranging. 4 points would just, it's not that much. So 405 is marked out still. We have some aggressive buys stepping in. Previous candle. But it kind of got absorbed a little bit, even though we're in an uptrend. So we want to catch it off a pullback. We want to get trades off a pullback. It's more likely to be successful. Now on the 4 hour and the 2 hour, we've had momentum down. That's the most recent big push has been down on the 4 hour and the 2 hour. So the 1 hour is something to keep an eye on. If this reverses, which it is continuing with more momentum now, and at this rate, it's going to have more momentum in this candle than it did the previous. So it's kind of like it's moving up, and we've got these aggressive bursts for buys there. But we have had some sell in this travel, so it's starting to, I think, get to a point where it's going to want to turn around at some point. But so far the buys are winning, but barely. As much as the aggression buys have been there, we're still not really moving up in a real big way. So the other thing I want to make sure I'm doing is getting these zones here, which I don't really see any because it's just been going up. Kind of getting close to this trend line as well. This is kind of a zone. So pretty much got all my levels marked out. This could be the bottom of the range here. That could be 2, 3, 4, 5. We are still moving up. So 409, I got that marked out. I got my major entry levels marked out. Let me see what the 1 minute's doing now. We're not really making fair value gaps. Oh, we just did make one. So this is a new level here, 1.9. Good enough, I guess. So we are making fair value gaps up. We're at all-time highs. Still a little risky if I take longs here, I think. We've had a long stretch where I kind of feel like there's going to be a significant pullback at some point. Let's keep an eye if it starts to disrespect some of these fair value gaps. Oh, this is getting enough on me. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, we're disrespecting. Kind of an entry here. Gonna take a little bit of profit. $20 hopefully. I'm going the wrong way now. Maybe I have another chance. Profit. 24 seconds left on this candle. I'm disrespecting it. We've created a fair value gap down. Might double down. We've blown out the okay, now we're respect now. So we disrespected it. Right now we have a lot of room to fall now. 412. So this is where I should probably get out. Even though that is a target. But maybe, or I could buy in at down here at 1-2. But I have to buy in at the, so is this gonna take profit at the top of this 420? Not really. It's not gonna take much profit. So now let me think about what I want to do. I could either get out of the trade or I could double down here at 1-2. Re-enter. I knew it was at the top of this range here. If it makes another big push down, then I might just double down. We are in an uptrend until it changes. I'm buying in, get out up here. And we're losing all of our profit, but we're hoping it's going to go back up. Finger on the button here. We did make a fair value gap. Hopefully we'll invert that. We're still in an uptrend. But our target is now trailing, so it's not, this fair value gap is the target now. Okay, so that's something to consider. See if it's going to disrespect this. Should have waited a little bit more for a premium. We're going to Latino. push too hard, okay? Okay, we are disrespecting her. This is what I was afraid of. That's what the problem is you get with all-time highs. We are falling hard. I'm going to double down again. Let's see if we don't blow this account. Just want to get above this level. We are in an upward trend, but we're disrespecting as we go. I double down again, which I'm hoping we're going to take profit up here. Next candle will tell us what we want to see, what's going to happen. It was a decent pullback. I'm a triple down on this, which is not really what I want to do. But the market structure says we should be going up here. We got 2 seconds. We should make another candle. Hopefully we'll make a little gap up and go up a little bit more. Our target is now 1.6. It's in range here. Hopefully we do a nice little wick up or something. We're in profit. I could just get out now. We need to spring up there. We are into the 1 hour uptrend momentum. This could be make or break for this strategy. We're in 30 contracts. That's why I was thinking about scaling down to 5 contracts. That way if I double down, I have a little bit more room to double down up. We're at the top of the range. It could come down before it goes though. I'm down $100. I think my rule is double down. See if it disrespects this. It already did once. So I could have taken profit. I think that was the move. And we'll see if it disrespects going down further. We're still in uptrend. Still with upward momentum. I think I will not go in heavier because then my leverage will be too high, and then it really just has no much won't have much wiggle room. We don't need to make all-time highs. We just really need to go up here into profit. This is the real test of the strategy. I guess I need to work on my exit strategy. I could have just taken a small loss. Now I'm down $100, but it's too much of a gamble at this point in time. It's too much of a gamble. So I need to make a note of that. But I did enter in off of where I was supposed to enter in. But I needed to see on this downtrend, it basically needed to see a better, my basically I'm 1.6, so my take profits, I need to invert this fair value gap in order to take profit now. Which you could do because this is the 1 minute time frame and it inverts all the time. Let me check some of my other time frames. So we've created a fair value gap going down. I'm going to buy in again off of this, I think. No, I shouldn't. I should just wait. We have a big way to fall at 405. I'm down $600. Okay, so the pivot is I need to be careful off the all-time highs. And I'm in too heavy. I should have not gotten in with the third 30 contracts. I should have stayed. I think 10 has to be the max, and I just need to get out of trades, even if it's at a loss. So I doubled down, which I shouldn't have probably have done. There is a chance it could come back up here. You see it wick down, and you got basically some support here. It could wick all the way back up into this 413. Hopefully it's going to invert. Let's see, 15 minute look like. Okay, we could wick off of here. Nothing holding it down. This is like the bottom of this range. If it disrespects this is no bueno. Now the question is too, I'm down $600 now. Should I try to dig out of the hole of $600, which I was up, so I guess a few $100. So I doubled down. It was a little bit of a mistake, but we are in an uptrend, and we are kind of so far respecting the higher time frame fair value gaps. We're trying to work our way back up again. We had a big wick. This is kind of a reversal pattern here. We had a big indecision wick candle there, and we moved down. So we still have 7 minutes left in this candle. This is not how I want to win today, but hopefully we'll stay in this trade. We inverted one so far. We want to see this invert another one. We are kind of getting closer to the EMA, and we've kind of are rounding off of the bottom of this EMA. It's looking like we might take this profit if we're lucky. We were wicking off of this fair value gap. We've disrespected, we've inverted. We're still moving up. We're making fair value gaps. It's looking like, okay, that's the other confluence I need to remember is we need to make fair value gaps. If we're going to double down, we need to see a fair value gap being made in the direction we're going. I think that's a good, reasonable confluence there. So we're gonna go out, we're gonna keep our finger on the button. I think we're just gonna let it run because it looks like it's gonna take these. Now we are getting to this zone here, which is getting a little bit of resistance. We are above the EMA. We had a good push. We have two fair value gaps. This is almost like an entry model here. So we're going to let it run. See what happens, because we are kind of in a downtrend, even though the market structure is not saying that yet. We have not reversed it yet, so I should have actually gotten out of that, to be honest with you. But I'm in quite heavy. Quite heavy. I want to see it go positive here. If I took these targets, then that would be a good win for today, I think. Almost gonna take one. Okay, we got one. Could exit out of there. Got a fair value gap. Okay. Took two. I could just get out here. We are making fair value gaps. Got it. Okay, I'm out. Thank goodness. So we're at 550 for the day. I'm gonna see what this is gonna do. This is a higher, higher, higher low. We've already traveled up there with that. Okay, 5 minutes way down there. So I think I need to base my entries off at least the 5-minute time frame. Somehow lost a trade in there. Guess. So we need to see if the market's gonna reverse on us. Right now our target is still a bullish target. Actually, I can take an entry here. I don't want to get myself in the same situation I was just in. But hopefully we'll go up a little bit more. This is like a little mini pullback. This is where I need to figure out when I'm going to get out, how I'm going to get out. If I don't want to double down again. So this is not a bad entry because we're in an uptrend for the most part. We did invert this fair value gap. We created a fair value gap. So that's a sign to maybe get out. If I could take profit, that'd be great. We've gotten rid of that fair value gap. Looks like I might want to go up. Looks like I might want to go up. Down $37 now. Love to see it just take it. I'm out. Okay, we're almost at $600 for the day. So again, we're just taking 1 or 2 points based off of the disrespect range of these time frames of the order structure, the market structure here. Now this buy-in would be way down here, so because the 5 is so low, I'm hesitant to go in higher. We're at $600 for the day. Haven't really lost a trade today, but we came close to blowing the account. So I'm kind of really dialing in this strategy. 1043. We're at all-time high, so it does make it tricky. We did gap up here. You did get in on the wrong side of this range. This is what I would used to do. So this may be stupid, but we did gap up. I saw a little bit of momentum up, and I saw this bullish push there. I don't want to see it go down, I want to see it go up. Tweezer top, it looks like. Still holding on to that fair value gap. Looks like we're going to blow the fair value gap. Okay, we're not going to. I will re-enter down here. Get wick back up there. That's good. And that's good. Keep moving. I think you can take it. I'm out 25. Okay. We are losing momentum. This is another thing I look at, is the market moving in a decisive way. I'm at $600 today. It's not a bad day. A couple close calls. Let's see what goes on now. It's a little challenging day. From open range, we've gone up in its entirety 23 points. So far, with my winning trades, 400 divided by 20, that's 5. I made 8 points. So I'm not outperforming the market by any means at this point. So, trying to pass this eval. I've got $592 today. I need to get to 3,000. The market's not moving in the way I was really wanting it to move today. So, it is what it is, but did pretty good so far. We've taken 20 trades and we've gotten 20 wins pretty much. Wicking down again here. This could be start of another reversal. We want to take entries down here at a premium. Or discount rather. Alright, let's see what's going to happen. Sitting at all-time highs. Okay, now we do have a top here. I should take off of the 5 minutes though. We look down, we're disrespecting it. Let's see, my 5 minutes way down there. That's the only thing that's making me nervous. Is the 5 minute entry is way down there. We've already tested this high rejection one time. It may not want to go again. So we're making legs down. I think I probably need to get out with a little bit of loss. This is what I've had a hard time doing. I mean, it still looks like a good entry, to be honest with you, because we are in an up candle. We have inverted this fair value gap. We've not totally disrespected this yet. Okay, we are moving down now. We don't even have to go to this target here. We just need to go to halfway up, basically. And that's a good place to be. Okay, now it's starting to disrespect. Need to decide when I'm going to take my loss. If it does, maybe if it disrespects 2, then I could take a loss. We're starting to make our way back up. Okay, fair value gap to the downside. Let's see if it respects that. I guess I didn't learn my lesson from the first time. But we're just going based on the market structure. And right now we're in an uptrend. I'm trying to catch pullbacks. Like I said, I probably should have waited for the 5 minute pullback, which is pretty far down there. Which is down here, 405, which I think I have marked out somewhere. Or 15, let's see where the 15's at. $15's at 409. 30. Let's see where the 30's at. It looks like we're trying to maybe make a big move down the way it's looking. Okay, 409. Is our other entry that's marked out still? And what was the other one? 409. 5 minute was 405. That was lower. Okay. I want to go up. I could get out with a small loss here. This is where I need to get good at getting out of trades. Okay, we had an indecision candle. We had some equal highs here. I'm kind of getting pushed down. Let me see what's stepping in here. We're getting sells or buys stepping in. Looks like we're getting buys more so than sells stepping in here, but we're kind of getting absorbed. I think maybe my leverage is too much. It's kind of 10 contracts is a little too high maybe. Okay, we did push a little bit lower. We still have some juice left on. Okay, we're moving up a slight bit. Not the kind of trade I really want to be in here. Inverted this fair value gap. Ready to get out if I can. Looks like it's breaking through a little bit. $13 seconds left on this candle. Hopefully we can make a fair value gap. That would be awesome. 53 after. Need to get out of here soon. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. We're still kind of above the EMA. And we're kind of trending up on the EMA. Okay, another equal high. Market's going up. The market is going up. Love to see an up candle here. 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's an up candle. Looks like we'll take that. Okay, got it. Okay, 6:31 for the day. Yep. It's been challenging. It's been a challenging day, I will say that. But I'm up. Not as much as I was hoping to be with the 10 contract leverage here, but at least I was pretty consistent today in the wins. Did not really take any losses. I was in my drawdown a bit, but for the most part, steadily winning. I was down 150 at one point. Or yeah, I guess that's what that means. Distribution. My lowest. We are down 150. But did better than I lost, so. So I'm not really sure. I think I'll let this run a little bit. So far, it's a good day. Stop the stream, yeah.